I need my freedom.
All right, let's mix some soap. I did a chocolate soap earlier and I shredded it. I'm gonna use this on top. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Valiant Unicorn YouTube channel, where I promote self-love and creativity, and oftentimes I get into the culty stuff because I was from a polygamous cult. Here today I wanted to do a little bit more of the creative side of things. And thank you so much for all of you that have been following me on my healing journey and joining some of my guests that I've had on here on my channel. Let's see what we got. I'm going to use, right here I have goat's milk ice cubes, and then I've brewed some coffee. And I'm doing this, I'm mixing in the lye. Because whenever you make soap, all soap is made with lye. And I don't know if someone's going to tell you differently, but they'll be like, oh, sodium hydroxide is no good. You can't be using that. You know, it is dangerous. So if you ever decide to do this yourself, make sure you do your research on how to work with lye or sodium hydroxide safely. As you can see, I have a fan here. I just don't look at how dirty it is. Let's see. So the fan is for the fumes, because when you mix your sodium hydroxide in a liquid, then it heats up and there's a fume that comes off of it. It's not very good. And you don't, when you're working with it, I wear safety glasses. I definitely recommend using safety glasses if you do decide to do this on your own, but make sure that you find and do your research before doing this. This is quite a process. This is actually a chemistry type thing. Like, there's a chemical reaction when you mix the lye or the sodium hydroxide mixture into your oils. You create, it starts the saponification process and you create soap. It's no longer sodium hydroxide and it's no longer oils. You create a third item, which is your soap. And that's how all soap is made. There's a different type of lye that you use for liquid soap. I have not started that. I've really been focusing on the cold process method lately. And I honestly am really shocked. So if you guys, maybe you've done cold process soap before, but there's a lot more that goes into it than I realized when I was getting started. I actually have a whole room in my house that's just dedicated to curing soaps, because it takes about a month, a little bit over a month, to fully cure the soaps. And right here I'm taking the temperature. It's because I don't want my goat's milk to scorch, because like I said earlier, the lye will actually heat up once you start mixing it in your liquid. And if it gets too hot, you'll scorch the milk, and it adds a weird smell to the soap bars. Here I have my oils. Maybe later in the video I'll give you the percentage of oils. I would actually recommend, just if you're gonna do this, this is not like a teach you how to make it soap like video. There are videos like that online, and if you are interested, just realize that there's a lot more that goes into this. Make sure you do your research before you just go out on your own to try to do this. You don't want to be using your soap containers for food. So all these things that you're seeing here are strictly for soap making. I don't use these in my kitchen products. All right, so I'm straining out the lye water just to make sure that I have fully dissolved all the sodium hydroxide. And what you see there is actually the fats from the goat's milk that has already started to saponify. So it's already started to turn into soap. But here we go. I'll just blend this. And I'm doing a voiceover right now because I didn't want you guys to hear all the blending. Also, I really wanted to focus on making the soap, because when you make the soap, once you get to trace, you only have like a couple minutes, like if that, to do your design, because it's slowly, as it saponifies, it gets harder and it gets harder to work with. So I already dumped my oils in. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I was just talking to you guys. But I dumped in my fragrance oil, and this one is coffee. It's called Coffee Shop by Brambleberry. And I actually really like this smell. This soap was inspired by Amanda Ray. So happy birthday, Amanda Ray. You are awesome. Thank you for getting me into making my own videos and helping me be a part of this, your Culty Crew community. And now I have all of you here, all you unicorns on the Valiant Unicorn YouTube channel. And I very much appreciate any of the members that helps support me in trying these new type of things. I've been really enjoying making cold process soap. So this bar might be available if you're watching this video when it first comes on. This bar will be available on my valiantunicorn.com website. But if you're watching this later on in the future, I'll probably have different soaps available. Hopefully I'll still have the same website. But yeah, having a website's expensive. Everything costs money. We all know that everything costs money. So this first color, it's like a chocolate color. It looks actually pretty perfect. The next one's like a little bit of more of a mocha, and then there's going to be a caramel color. And then last, I'll have more of a whipped cream on top. And I'm actually going to put, later on you'll see it, but I'm going to put a little bit of, what is that? Walnut shell. I'm going to put walnut shell in these top layers. But this is a layered soap, so this one's not as difficult as some of the designs. And it's actually really pretty, and the way I ended up having this soap with the shredded chocolate soap on top. It almost looks like food, like a dessert. Please don't eat it. This is soap, it'll get you clean. That's what its purpose is. I do use some fancier oils, but with different kinds of vitamins, but how much that survives in the saponification process. And with a Ridge Off product, I probably won't be advertising any of those benefits of those other vitamins. I'm just going to say the soap makes you clean, because that's what you can legally say, and it will make you clean. I actually really liked this soap. It might be a little bit too scratchy because of the walnut shell powder. That's what I just put in there. For some, I really like the exfoliation. This coffee shop fragrance smells really, it's like coffee with baked goods. I'm thinking I might add a little more of a pumpkin one for the fall. It'll be similar. I'll probably just use this fragrance with like a little bit of something in it. And then do like a pumpkin spice latte soap later on. But here we go. I'm just gonna do these layers real quickly. These are the oils and the percentages that I use. And if you know how to make soap, then you'll know how to take these percentages and make your own recipe. First off is coconut oil at 21%, palm oil at 15%, olive oil at 28%, castor oil at 6%, shea butter at 11%, coffee bean oil at 5%, cocoa butter at 5%, murra butter at 9%. And like I said, I am not teaching you how to make soap. If you want to see a video like that, let me know down in the comments. I did take a whole bedroom in my house and turn it into a soap curing room. Let's see. And this is quite a mess. When you're working with soap, you want to be wearing gloves, goggles to protect your eyes, because you don't want any of this lye to splash up into your eyes. And when you're working with this, and cleaning up after yourself, you still want to have your gloves on, because all this will still burn you. And any of those spills you have, you'll want to wipe them up with something like vinegar. The vinegar will actually, it'll deactivate the lye, so it won't burn. But if you do get the lye on your skin, do not put vinegar on your skin. It will actually make the burn worse. What you want to do is rinse the area off with cold water, probably for 15 minutes. I've never got a lye burn. This is just the information I've gathered in my own research. Let me just texture the top of this soap. And then I'm going to put all of my shredded chocolate soap on top. And then you'll see at the end how it turns out. And thank you so much for watching and following me and supporting me on my healing journey. I hope you enjoyed watching me make soap as much as I've enjoyed making it. It's just one of those things I really like to do. It kind of is like a hands-on therapy for me. So I don't have to talk about anything, but I can just get to work and forget about my stresses. What kind of things do you guys do? Any hobbies? Or do you just like watching videos or talking to a friend? Oh, look at that soap. It looks so good. Don't eat it. All right, thanks guys. It smells so good.